Hi, welcome back to Outdoor Gear and Skills. My last couple of videos have been talking, about wallet and the different options that I'm doing. As I mentioned, I was out to dinner last week, and as we were kind of finishing up dinner and we're, getting ready to pay, whatever, pull out my wallet, and, I've just been using my stack of cards wrapped with a section of mountain bike tube, and I love just how slim it is, and it holds everything tightly together. But then I started having the thought that maybe I need to, do something that's RFID, blocking, something along those lines. And I got a wallet from Runbox, good quality and all that, but it was just so thick, it was so bulky. It was so much wider than my wallet and bigger, and it just was thick, and I felt like it was George Costanza from Seinfeld. And so I sent it back, and I started looking for something else, and I was wondering, because I've got this small metal case that I've had for many years that I carry business cards in so they don't get bent or whatever, and that's just easy to slide in my pocket because of how thin it is. And so when I've got those two together, it's not very thick at all, and it easily fits in my pants pocket, in my front pocket, and everything. So that's great. So I started looking at, something like that, but it doesn't block RFID, and so I didn't think that was really a good option. And then what I found was this business card holder that opens from the top and has magnetic closure on it. It's quite a bit thicker than this one, if you can see that right there. So it's quite a bit thicker, but instead of just opening like this one does, it opens from the top. It is excuse me, it is RFID and everything, and I'm looking at that, and it's barely bigger than my cards, and it's about the same, thickness roughly there. Now, I did pop off a couple of cards, that I got rid of. I had a couple debit cards for the same bank, and I thought, I'm always using online banking, and I can easily transfer money, just have one debit card, so why do I need to do that? Dropped off a couple other things. But you've got your health insurance card and your prescription card, and driver's license, Costco card, debit credit cards, maybe gun permit, whatever kind of thing like there. So it kind of stacks up. So what I wanted to do was just take that quickly here and see what is it looking like if I essentially take this stack and see if it will drop all these cards in here. And I am maybe one card or two cards too much. So I'm gonna have to mess with that just a bit, but I'm gonna have to figure out what I do with that. But to have those right there and everything, and the way I do that, they're gonna be in there fairly tightly, but they slip out easily enough. And with having this much surface right here, I can easily just pop that out. So having the RFID, having it in such a small package, you're not going to really be able to kind of see it. But as I drop it in my pocket, and I've got that other business card holder, they're roughly the same dimensions. So dropping that in my pocket, it's going to make it really easy. Grab that thing, won't take much room in my camelback when I throw it in, go mountain biking or hiking or different things like that, or if I'm, whatever it is. So just being out, and that looks really good. It's nice and compact. It's thick. It's not gonna smash it all, and it, that magnet right there is holding it in place where it's not going to flip open. Maybe if I throw it on the ground, maybe it pops open, but that's a good magnetic closure right there. I got this on Amazon. I think it was, less than $10. And just looking at it right there and putting that in, I love the idea of having the RFID, having the slim design, very similar to what I'm doing right there with the rubber, or not the rubber band, but with the section of the mountain bike tube, and just make everything, because I've carried so much other stuff in my other pocket. You know, I've just got a bunch of crap in here, and so, you know, you can only carry so much stuff, and I just want it to be slim. I want it to be easily recognizable. You know, I drop that on the bed, leave it on the bathroom counter, whatever, I'm gonna easily be able to see that. So I just really like that compact design. This is the first time I put these cards and everything in there, so I can just tell right there. Fantastic. So I'm already very happy with that, where I don't have the bulk and everything of a traditional wallet, and then I've just got the simplicity right there of being able to pop that stuff out. So again, I'd love to hear what are your thoughts of wallets, purses, you know, things like that, you know, things you carry. You know, are you, you know, what you're doing? Are you always changing your stuff like I am? I'm always messing with my gear and things like that. So I'd love to hear what you're doing. As always, thanks for watching Outdoor Gear and Skills, and we'll see you out there.